All right, let's get to birthdays. Brooklyn, happy 11th birthday to you. Hope it's a great day. Look at Frankie and her pet rabbit, maybe. Happy 6th birthday. Harley is sitting in a shopping cart there. She is turning 3. Happy birthday to Harley. We love celebrating birthdays here at Fox 17. Send them to us, their birthdays, to mornings@fox17online.com.
Happy birthday. Have a great day.
This dinner sums up my first 2 years in office. I'll talk for 10 minutes, take 0 questions, and cheerfully walk away.
President Biden making light on some of the issues plaguing him at Saturday night's White House Correspondents' Dinner. The president cracking jokes about his poor polling numbers in his advanced age before striking a bit of a more serious tone when he defended free press and called for Russia to release jailed Wall Street Journal colleague reporter Evan Gershkovich. Those jokes, though, they could spell some serious trouble for the president's 2024 re-election bid.
Yeah, a recent Fox News poll shows Biden does not have the support from nearly 1 in 3 in his own party. That same poll shows President Biden's job performance on a number of issues underwater. Take a look at some of these approval ratings. 45% on national security, only 43% on Russia and Ukraine, 36% on immigration, and 35% approval rating on China, guns, and the economy. The president has also lost some ground at the polls as the price of gas just keeps going up.
Well, West Michigan, we have quite a setup for your Monday and Tuesday. Below average temperatures, gusty winds, and a rain-snow mix. You just can't win with all 3. But luckily, by the end of the week, we'll have a much better situation with the 60s and sunshine. So keep daydreaming about that today. We'll get there in no time. Temperatures, though, for today, we're starting off this morning in the mid to upper 30s. Not going to move all that much. Only 40 degrees is what we're working to by the day's end. Already breezy this morning, especially along the lakeshore, which will have a gale warning in effect today and even through tomorrow. As the strength of these winds, it'll increase today, not only along the lakeshore, but inland as well. These winds out of the west-northwest can be gusting upwards of about 30, 35, even 40 miles per hour with that strength focused on the lakeshore as this continues to all be wrapped in this system today and then tomorrow. So 2 very breezy, gusty days on top of this rain-snow mix. You can see the raindrops there in Holland. It'll be a different setup at Windmill Island this weekend for opening weekend of tulip time. A much better setup with that sunshine. But for today, we have that widespread rain-snow mix. And this snow is really trying to fight a section of warmer air right at the surface. Plus, our ground temperatures are in the 40s. So it's fighting against several factors to make its way here at the surface level and stick around. It definitely can, mostly on grassy surfaces. Your cars, elevated surfaces, colder spots can see some very minor accumulations, if any at all. And if you do see any, it's going to melt away really quickly. So I know we don't like to hear about snow in May, but it's very minor. A large counterclockwise rotation around this system, just slow moving, as it'll take all day today and tomorrow for this to move through. So you can see this here on Future Track. We have some dry slots that can happen throughout the afternoon, but mostly widespread rain-snow mix much of the day today. As we get later and later into the evening, things will turn more scattered as we head into tomorrow. So for your Monday bus stop planner, 40 degrees. That's as good as we get for the day. Well below average. We should be about 64 degrees at this point in the year. And this is one of the colder starts of May since 1940. So it's been a while since we've had temperatures like this. Overnight tonight, we continue with the showers and winds. 35 degrees is what we drop back to. As tomorrow, again, more scattered in fashion for this rain-snow mix, mostly in the morning and afternoon time frame. When we get later and later into the evening, we'll start to slowly diminish this as that system starts to completely move on east. We'll be left with the cloud cover, though. Hang on with that overnight and even for the start of your Wednesday. Slowly but surely on Wednesday, we'll see more and more sunshine, some late day sunshine for you as high pressure moves in, starts to break up those clouds and sets us up for that beautiful end of the week. So again, in the meantime, any snow accumulations, if you do see them at all, very minor, they'll melt away quickly. Look at where we're headed for the Super 7 day here. 55 degrees on Wednesday. We're going to warm up quickly, getting back closer to average between Thursday and Friday. Again, 64 is that average. Above average then Saturday and Sunday with 67 and 70 degrees in that sunshine. Back to that beautiful spring weather. And we're going to stay there for a bit. The next 8 to 14 days, Climate Prediction Center puts us in above average temperatures. So that takes us to the middle of May, where we will stay on the warmer side.
And Fox 17 traffic, everybody's gotten some rain on their roads, and so we've got a couple of situations where we've got non-injury crashes and injury crashes. A number of crashes we're not even going to mention because they are not affecting very much when it comes to traffic flow. But around West Michigan, mainly it's in Kent County where we're having the problems. No problems along the 94 corridor at Kalamazoo, Battle Creek. Been quiet on the traffic scanners there. But we've got northbound 131, which is very sluggish from northbound from 36th Street, only going about 30 miles per hour, then starts to pick up the pace. You're back to normal by the S-curve. It's in the Lowell area. We've got a couple of crashes. One is on Alden Nash, just south of 36th Street. That one involves some injuries as soon as a couple of miles north of I-96. And on M21 West Main Street in Lowell, and that one involves no injuries. And as you can see, apparently no speed data is being indicated. No change in speed data is indicated there. New change when it comes to construction and a major construction project in the city of Portage. It's a Shaver Road, a 2-year project on 2 different sections of Shaver. So this is the section that will be affected this year. From Oakland Drive to the city limits to the south end of Portage. This stays in place until mid-June and will be a really complete reconstruction. So you will see some real interruptions, but their commitment, they say in the city, is that we keep one lane open in each direction. I'm Rob Westerby, Fox 17 Traffic.
Rob, thank you for that. Well, last year, several hundred families, they got some help from the mobile Mexican consulate. Well, coming up, we're going to speak with someone from the consulate to hear more about what they're doing this year to help more people out. It's all next.
Welcome back. Well, Mexican government consulates help Mexicans with different types of documentations like passports and birth registrations and other diplomatic affairs.
Yeah, and this month, the Mexican mobile consulate will be in Holland helping people out for several different days. So joining us this morning in studio from the Latin Americans United for Progress group, we've got Johnny Rodriguez and then Major Amos Shields from the Salvation Army. You guys, thank you so much for coming in this morning to talk about this.
Yes.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for letting us come and share a little bit.
Yeah, so tell us a little bit about this, because you guys help so many folks in Holland. This is such an important thing that you guys do.
Yeah, so to start, Latin Americans United for Progress, we've been around since 1964, but what we've been doing every year before COVID was hosting the Detroit Mexican Consulate. And last year we did 1 day, and we served 260 families, partnership with Salvation Army, with a great facility. However, they have a new program called the Consul sobre Ruedas, so on wheels. So they move around and they stay for multiple days. So we're hoping to impact and serve more families. But yeah, the Mexican Consulate will be at the Salvation Army in Holland from May 2nd till May 5th this year.
It just widens that access so people don't have to go to Detroit or Chicago or wherever they may have to go for a longer trip to get some of those important documents. So tell us about what kind of services are going to be offered there exactly.
Yeah, so what a Mexican national would be able to attain at this event is a passport, a consulate ID, and so with that they can do, that's considered some identification and be able to do many things that without that'd be a barrier. But to your point, what we've seen is transportation seems to be a large barrier in the community, and so to be able to have it right here in Holland, not having to travel all the way to Detroit or Chicago is an important thing, and we're really a great access point on the west side of the state, so many people come out too.
Yeah, this partnership, the great thing about it is we have the facility, we have the space, and we use it for a lot of different things. But when Johnny came to us last year and he's like, "Hey, can we try something?" We're like, "Yeah, let's try it." And they came and they really set up a great operation. Folks and families can really get all of the documents and things that they need to not have to worry about, man, am I going to have time to take off work and drive across state or drive out of state and get all this taken care of? And they can, they spend maybe an hour or so. They come and they go through the process and get their documents and walk out. You can see just a difference in demeanor from when they walk in to when they walk out. Just that relief
It's
of
a
knowing
one-stop shop.
Yeah, absolutely.
And like you're saying, it could save people at least a day, if they have to go to Chicago or Detroit, like you were saying.
And it impacts local employers, and it impacts the economy. And so it's a difficult process. It's a challenging process for the community, and so the fact that they're there is so important, and so we're just grateful to be able to have that opportunity to provide
and
that.
the community is there in Holland. A big chunk of the population is Latin American, and so having that access there kind of helps a ton. You guys have a very rich setting in the Holland area.
Yeah, vibrant community. Almost 30% of the city is made up from the Latino community and predominantly the Mexican community. And so it's important that
we
it's
have
there.
all that information right there on your screen if anyone needs to come out. Again, we'll get that on our website as well, fox17online.com. But guys, thanks so much for coming in, and we wish you all the best. Three days of this year. It's great.
Yep, we're excited. Thank you. Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, guys, it is now 8:25. Still ahead this morning.
Well, if you're shopping for a new home right now and maybe have a low credit score, federal government trying to make it a little easier for you to apply for a mortgage. We'll tell you what's changing today.
Plus, a Ferris state eye doctor is helping his son hear better. We will tell you about his new medical invention that's getting a patent and could soon help kids just like his own. Now on Fox 17 Morning News at 8:30, changes to mortgage fees will help and will hurt some home buyers. We'll tell you about the shift happening to help people applying with lower credit.
And the National Day of Prayer coming up this week. A huge role Hudsonville pastor now has in this year's prayer.
Because their ears are so small, or the cochlear implants that sit right on top of the ear, as well as the spectacle frames, that competes over the same space.
And an invention from a Ferris State Dean of Optometry is changing the way people actually hear. We'll tell you about the new cochlear device that's getting a patent.
You're watching Fox 17 Morning News.
Well, take a look at this. Kind of a blustery morning. We got the waves, the Whitecaps. I believe this is Grand Haven. Not beach weather, but you know what? It will almost, I don't want to say it's going to be like swimming weather by any means, but a good, maybe this weekend, nice to be
Oh,
walking
I thought
the
you were going to
beach.
say today. I was
no.
Elliot, we've only been talking about it for 4 hours now.
The snow is coming down
But
now,
in a number of days, it'll look much better out there.
It will look much better. We do have a gale warning out on the water today and tomorrow, so if you do happen to land along the lakeshore, stay out of the water.
Just be careful.
I don't know who would want
Not
to go
that
in the water
anyone's
today
gonna
or
want
tomorrow.
any part of this here.
Yeah, highs towards 40 and snow. Doesn't scream beach to me, but
Doesn't scream May either.
oh,
But
it
here
sure
we are.
doesn't.
May
It sure
1st.
doesn't. But hey, by the end of the week, we're talking 60s, sunshine, 70 this
There we go.
weekend.
There we
So we'll get there. We'll get there. We'll get there. Today and tomorrow, though, it's that scattered, more widespread today, scattered tomorrow for these rain, snow mix showers. Very windy and breezy today and tomorrow. What you just saw along the lakeshore, the strength is along the lakeshore. And by the end of the week, we're talking a lot more warmth and sunshine. So we will get there. We're kicking off this morning, though, in the mid to upper 30s, even 41 degrees in Ionia. Right around 40, 41 degrees. It's as good as we'll get for the day. So these temperatures are not going to move all that much. These west-northwest winds already breezy this morning will continue to pick up strength today. Again, along the lakeshore where we've seen much of our strength this morning, but everyone will tap into these breezy, gusty conditions throughout the day. Just a gross, dreary look out there. This rain-snow mix continuing with us this morning and will for the afternoon and evening. This snow is fighting a layer of warmer air right at the surface, and then our ground temperatures are in the 40s. So fighting against a lot to stick around. We can see some accumulations, but it would be on your car, grassy surfaces, elevated surfaces, colder spots, if anything at all. So very minor, but I know the word snow in May is no fun. There's a large counterclockwise rotation, though, around this very slow-moving system that'll take today and tomorrow to get on out of here. So your featured pups of the day, really not the best day to get outside. 40 degrees is all we get to, but improvements for us. Drying out for the end of the week, bringing on that sunshine and warmth. We'll show you it one last time for a full 7-day at the bottom of this hour.
And Fox 17 traffic, you remember seeing this on Friday and how this was on the westbound side of 96 approaching the Burton Street overpass, and it was backed up to 36th Street, and eastbound 96 with the lane closure right there at the bridge, backed up to Cascade and farther. Not going to have that today, but it may return tomorrow because lane closures will be returning to this construction zone on I-96 between Cascade and 28th Street. This is what it looked like last week. This is what it'll look like starting tomorrow and going going through May 13th. So all the lane closures will be back for the entire stretch. Outside of that, we're looking like generally pretty good. We've got one crash that is blocking part of an intersection, and that's in Wyoming at 52nd and Byron Center. I'm Rob Westerby, Fox 17 Traffic.
Well, heads up if you are in the market to buy a home for the first time or if you're looking to refinance. Starting today, new rules go into effect nationwide for loans through Fannie Mae and through Freddie Mac. In simple terms, people with good credit will pay a higher rate and people with average credit will get a competitive rate.
The purpose of this, I think, was to help make housing more affordable for more people. So it was kind of in the lower lines of credit score, making it actually cheaper for them than what it was before. And to kind of subsidize that or to compensate that, it actually made it a little bit more expensive for higher credit scores.
Do we know if it's a fee or it's a percentage?
It's kind of both. It's really just an adjustment to the loan based on the loan amount. So sometimes that amount is built into the rate. I would say often it's kind of built into the rate that a mortgage professional will give to you. And sometimes you can also, pay part of that rate instead of paying it in the rate, have it as a fee.
Officials say the mortgage industry goes through a lot of changes and that this latest rule probably won't be the last. Make sure to keep in mind there is no one-size-fits-all when it comes to mortgages. Experts suggest for home buyers to go through a broker because they can get you the best possible rate from lenders.
8:34 right now. The investigation into an alleged school threat that shut down classes at Hastings area schools now being turned over to the county prosecutor today. Hastings police interviewing about 50 people after receiving a report of a threat on Thursday. Well, the district canceled class just out of an abundance of caution there. After the investigation, they did determine that there was no threat against the schools. Final report now goes to the Berry County prosecutor for review.
And a woman from Portage has now been identified after she was killed in a crash in Branch County Sunday afternoon. This happened around 2:30 on Jonesville Road. Police say the woman went off the road and hit a tree. She died on scene and has been identified as 30-year-old Dominique Mendham. This morning, the crash remains under investigation. And a motorcyclist in Grand Rapids was taken to the hospital on Sunday after a crash involving a car and a motorcycle at 28th and Division just before 6 o'clock. We're told the person on the bike had a significant leg injury. Still no word on what led up to this crash, but the person in the car was not hurt.
Happening today, crews now set to break ground on a big redevelopment project in Muskegon, the Adelaide Point project. That project expected to redevelop several dozens of acres along the city's waterfront. And this will include a 172-slip marina, a mixed-use building, and a 55-unit condominium. The project expected to create about 100 full-time jobs and then generate $85 million in investment.
8:35 now, and this Thursday is the annual National Day of Prayer, and a local pastor actually helped plan this year's big event.
His name is Jeff Eckert. He's participated in this observance for years now, but for the first time, the lead pastor for Daybreak Church in Hudsonville is now serving as the chairman of the National Prayer Committee. Jeff will oversee and advise the task force that organizes that event. The nonpartisan annual observance held on the first Thursday of every May really encourages all Americans just to ask for a better future in key areas of their lives, education, business, and family.
I believe my role for the National Prayer Committee and leading this organization is to do everything we can to bring unity and bring people together. My goal is that we could gather together all across the country in lots of different places and spaces, and we can call upon God to really ask Him to change our country. There's so many things that need change. We have so many issues, so many people in need.
Well, Jeff is the youngest to ever hold the position as chairman. National Day of Prayer was established back in the 50s as just a way to unify the U.S. To find an event near you, you can find that story. It's on our website, fox17online.com. Well, a device meant to help those with hearing loss, a step closer to reality. It's after it was recently awarded a patent.
Yeah, and it comes just from an idea that was sparked by the personal experience of one Ferris State University staff member. So as a baby, Britt Taylor was born deaf and was given cochlear implants when he was just about a year old. Eventually, though, his parents, Micah and Dr. Daniel Taylor, who is currently the dean of the Michigan College of Optometry at Ferris State, realized that their son would need glasses as well. And that's something that would pose a special kind of challenge.
It's very complicated, particularly for children, because their ears are so small. For the cochlear implants that sit right on top of the ear, as well as the spectacle frames, that competes over the same space.
In the fall of 2018, a new prototype was born, and this is it. This is the ProtoConch, which has been made possible with support from Ferris State and grant funding from the Michigan Economic Development Corporation. It's taken about 3 years from the initial concept to now receiving an approved patent. And the effort, it has become a family affair, with Britt's mom, Micah, also getting on board.
Mostly give our pitches for either grants or also for talking to the market and trying to get the product actually made. One of the largest areas of interest is from parents of children with cochlear implants. We get emails constantly after they've seen previous news reports on this invention, and they want to know when they can get it and can they get it now.
So they are hoping to see their final round of prototyping as well as FDA device regulation by July. In addition to kids and adults, those with the project, they say they've heard from some VA optometrists who feel this device would be helpful for veterans as well. For more information on the ProtoConch, look for the story at fox17online.com. 8:39 now, and Harbor Humane is putting out a call for donations this morning after several of their dogs tested positive for parvo. While the organization is ready to treat the disease with daily medication, they say they're down on resources after helping save dogs that were recovered from inhumane conditions at Cober's Canine Rescue. That's a story we first brought to you back in January. It's when 78 dogs were rescued from the center in Muskegon. And with many in bad shape, several local shelters stepped up and took them in. Now, those dogs got the help they needed, and they are now up for adoption. But now Harbor Humane says it's left them with almost nothing for emergency situations like this parvo outbreak. So if you'd like to help, we have a link for you to donate. It's right up on our website right now.
Those pups are so cute.
I know.
All right, 8:40 right now, still ahead this morning.
Okay, your blood pressure is a good indicator of your health. So after the break, we're going to sit down with some people from the National Kidney Foundation of Michigan to learn about the blood pressure workshops that they are putting on.
According to the CDC, back in 2018, around 92 million Americans were prescribed medication to treat high blood pressure. And high blood pressure greatly increases the risk for heart disease, stroke, the two leading causes of death for Americans. High blood pressure has many causes, and there's also some changes you can actually make to help lower it.
That's right, but what isn't always talked about is the link between blood pressure and your kidney. So joining us today to tell us a little bit more about that link and some events happening in our area, we've got Val Cobbs, we've also got Sue Randall from the National Kidney Association of Michigan. Good morning, ladies. Thank you so much for being here.
Good morning.
Morning. Thanks for having
you.
us. Absolutely. So we want people to be aware that, there is a correlation there and that there are signs people can look out for. So tell us a little bit about, what the signs are and what people really need to be aware of.
Well, here's what's really tricky is that there are no signs. So it is a silent killer, as is hypertension and diabetes. Once you start having some issues, that's when things have definitely gone wrong. So if our goal at the National Kidney Foundation is to prevent kidney disease, hypertension or high blood pressure and diabetes are the #1 causes of renal failure or kidney failure. So our goal is to really work in those realms so that we can say, listen, you have an issue of blood pressure, but this doesn't have to kill you, right? You don't have to end up with a stroke. You don't have to end up with a heart attack, and you don't have to end up with diabetes. So we started on hypertension class that Sue is in charge of that will teach people. So when you get a diagnosis of hypertension, then you go home, you take a pill, and you're living your life, right? And then things are battering on those kidneys. So our goal really is to say the doctor has told you you have high blood pressure, here's some medication, and then we take that and put that into real life. How do you manage it day to day, right? Because hypertension can absolutely be managed even without meds oftentimes. So that is the goal of Sue's class. So you want to
tell us
talk about
that? So it starts in person, which we're really excited to have in person back. on June 5th, and it's going to be at the Yankee Clipper Library right on Leonard.
Okay.
But the beautiful thing is we also have virtual classes as well, and that's, if you call the number on the screen, you can sign up, because there's lots of people, I get it, all over Michigan that can participate in the virtual classes. So in person, Yankee Clipper starts June 5th. The benefit is you get a free blood pressure cuff if you attend the class. So we're hoping that will help. And also, I think what's important too, it's not just for people with high blood pressure, but let's say you're caring for somebody. A loved one.
Yeah.
It can be, a sibling, a mother or father, and we encourage those people to take the class as well, because there's so much to learn about decreasing sodium, increasing potassium, exercise, diet, and we go into all that in this 8-week class.
And where do people sign up?
So there's a number on the screen. So there's a website and a 1-800 number, so please call that number. And we only take 15. There is a max, because it's an intimate, it's like a family. We really get to know each other and our goals, and we write action plans. And so I would encourage people to definitely to sign up.
And it's probably so nice that, these folks coming to this class, they know they're not alone, and they're learning steps that they can do every single day. Like you're saying, it is reversible, and you can do things every day to help that out. So really cool opportunity. We'll of course get all of that information on our website, fox17online.com. But ladies, thanks so much for coming in and speaking about something that I think a lot of people don't always correlate those two things.
And an important topic, for sure. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right.